Hi guys and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be playing around with the palettes that I picked up in the Beauty Bay 30% off sale because it's their Black Friday sale. I've picked up a load of things, so if you want a video on like what I've picked up, then just comment that down below and I'll happily film that and do swatches and do things like that. But yeah, I've picked up quite a lot of stuff, and one of the things I picked up was the Magic Mini by Juvias Place. Now I've had my eye on this palette for a while. I didn't need it. I still don't need it, but I really wanted it because it's such a unique palette. So opening it up, I haven't actually swatched any of these shadows yet. I only own one Juvias Place palette. I can't remember which one it is. It's like the 9-pan shadow one with like a pink and green and weird colour in it, but I love it. So knowing the quality of the shadows, I thought, well, it's 30% off, why not? These shades are beautiful, it's so colourful, and I'm gonna just buy it. I had so many ideas for this palette at first because there's lots of greens, purples, pinks, blues, reds. There's like a variety of colours, and there's not a lot of mattes in this palette. That's one thing I will say. Like, there's a lot of cool like transition shades, like a nice brown, a nice like white colour, a blue colour, but there's not a lot of like neutral colours to go with this. So I don't know, I just thought I'd try and create a look today with just this palette alone. We'll see how it works out. I am up against the clock a little bit today because I've got 45 minutes until I've got to go out. Without further ado, let's get into this amazing palette. I feel like what I want to do is like a red cut crease with a blue, like a steel blue all over the eye. So I'm going to take the shade Kessie, this one here is like bone colour, and I'm just going to apply this all over the eyes, just create a nice base for all the eyeshadows to go on top. I've got to say the Juvias Place eyeshadows are really amazing. They do blend out really well. They've got kind of more of a dry formula, so there is a little bit of kickback in the palette, but they blend beautifully. So for me, I don't mind kickback in the palette if the shadow performs nicely, and it does. With the same big fluffy brush, I'm going to go in the shade Nana, which is this one here. It's like a warm orangey brown. I love this colour. It's the sort of colour I would have if I had a palette of my own. And again, I'm just going to run this through the crease because it's going to be like the main smoky colour throughout my crease. This palette was actually reduced down from £30 to £21, so that's why I snatched up, because it's obviously like a £9 saving, which is amazing. I think the Beauty Bay sale is only running until Friday, which is obviously Black Friday, so if you do want to get anything from Beauty Bay, snap it up now because yeah, it won't go on forever, and 30% is a massive saving on makeup. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm getting very nasally and I think I'm getting allergies or a cold coming on again. Like, my immune system is just terrible, to be honest, so I just keep getting sick, and then I feel fine the next day, and then I feel sick, and then I feel fine the next day. I'm trying to like dose up on Barocca and green tea and all like immune fighting things, like immunity boosting things should I say, but oh, it's doing my head in. So sorry that I might sound a little bit nasally in this video, but there's not a lot I can actually do. Okay, so I've laid down that colour and I wanted to bring it up quite high because I want to do quite a lot of different colours in this look. I'm going to take this MAC 217, which is this petite small blending brush, and I'm going to go into the shade, oh god, I'm going to butcher this, Zakaya? I'm not really too sure, but this shade right here. And I don't want to put this too high up in the brow bone. I just want to lay this directly into the crease, but blending it out into the other shade as well. I just want to be able to see the two different colours. I don't know if it's coming off on camera how easily these blend out, but they just blend so seamlessly. Like the blend though, the blend, it's so beautiful. And with this tiny round blending brush, it's absolutely so petite, it's so tiny. It's like a pencil brush but more fluffier. I'm going to go into this red shade right here. This is the shade Kogi, which is like it's like a true red, but it's got like a hint of coral in it, and it's just really intriguing me. So I'm going to get this, and I don't want to smoke this out at all. I want this to be like the most prominent colour when we cut the crease. So I'm just literally drawing like a line where the crease is, just like so. I feel like this colour is really building up, and can I just point out, there is no fallout underneath my eyes. You can see there is no fallout, and I'm using this really bright red shade. I don't know what it's going to be like for the shimmers because I haven't used this formula of palette before. Like, I know I've got the bigger pan, but I don't know if the bigger pan has a different formula or anything, but I might just lay down a veil of powder underneath my eyes for the shimmers that I'm going to put on in a second. But yeah, I feel like I've got a good gradient going here. I'm going to cut the crease with this flat shader brush by Flawless. It's just like an eco-friendly brand from the UK. And I'm going to go into the Collection 2000, or just Collection, I always say Collection 2000. The Collection Concealer, the Lasting Perfection Concealer. And basically load the tip of my brush up, because I'm going to cut the crease with this brush. I am literally terrible at cut creases, so bear with me, because I might be bad at this. You do it like by looking up, don't you? I think. Do you do it by looking up? I've got quite deep set eyes, so like my crease is quite far in, so my crease is probably going to be a bit too high and probably cover up all of that red work. Brilliant. I'm just packing this concealer on little bit by little bit, making sure it all gets on and doesn't cake up too much. I know that my crease is actually higher than this, and I've just taken away that concealer that was sitting up there, but I don't actually want the crease to go that high because otherwise it might look a little bit drag queeny, and I don't really want it to look like that. So I'm trying to keep my eye kind of flat and not let my eyelids sink into my head a little bit, just so it can dry, because I want to try and keep this cut crease quite low. I don't want it too high. And before going into the other eye, I'm going to just set that concealer down because it's a little bit tacky at the moment with Kezzy, this bone white shade. I'm just patting over the concealer, not smudging, but just setting it down because that shade is the closest to my skin tone. And it's going to stop when I open my eyes, it's going to stop that concealer transferring up. And then I'm just going to do exactly the same on the other eye. I think trying to fake a cut crease is really difficult because you want to try and make sure they're even, and that's probably the hardest part about it. I think the trick is just setting it as quick as you can and try to move your eyes as little as possible. Just to kind of clean up where I've done that, I'm going to go back into the shade Kogi with that small petite blending brush and just run this along the crease. I just want to run it along the edges, just where I might have accidentally tripped up with the concealer, and just add that intense red again. Okay, so now I've cut the crease, I really want to go into the shade Vi, or Vey, which is this shade right here. It's like a metallic silvery blue, and I think I really like that. I've got some fallout happening, so I'm just going to veil my under eyes with some loose powder. I'm just going to go into the Coty setting powder? Coty loose powder? I don't know. I'm just going to do this just under my eyes. And then I'm going to go in my inner corners with the colour Vermoja, which is a light purpley, which is a light bluey silver, kind of like a lighter version of this shade of Vi. So I'm going to apply this shade on the inner corners of that cut crease. And then I'm going to go back in the shade Vi and just blend those two shades together, just there, so there's not two blocky colours. I'm going to go back into the shade Kogi right here and just run this on top of those two colours just to define the crease again. Those metallics had a lot of fallout. I'm just going to put that one out there. And I think I just want to add a little bit of Zakia right here. And I just want to kind of apply that just above where I've set that red crease down. Just there. I don't want to go over that Kogi shade. I just want to diffuse out a little bit upwards, just so it's not too concentrated on the lid. I'm going to take this like flat shader brush, which has got this like top cut off. It's just like this little stubby brush. And I'm going to go into the shade, I think I'm going to go into the shade Vejidi. It's like Yejidi. Yejide. I don't know, Yejidi. And I'm going to pat into that and just run this against the lashes just here on the outer corner. I just want to add that depth without destroying the lid shade. And then I'm just going to flick away this excess powder. And let's be honest, thank God I've done that, because now I've got no blue under my eyes, and I did because that powder captured it all. I'm going to take Nana, this colour here, and just run this on my lower lash line. And I'm just going to like smoke it out a little bit by dragging it down, but I don't want to drag it down too much. Just enough to look like it's there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that little stubby brush again and then go into Yejidi, this one here that we just put on that outer corner up on the lid. And I'm literally going to just wiggle this on the outer corner as well, just to give a bit more depth to the lash line, but not too prominent. I just want to like run it so there's depth when I put mascara there. Okay, so I think I'm done with the eyes, so I'm just going to highlight my inner corners again, just because we might have lost it from the beginning. I don't know why I always highlight my inner corners first, but it's like a habit. This is just the Hourglass strobing powders, and I really, really love them. So I'm just highlighting there. And then I'm going to curl my lashes, just so I get as much impact as I possibly can when I put the mascara on. And then I'm just going to apply my YSL Baby Doll Lashes Mascara, just because this is the one I'm using at the moment. And then that is it for the eyes. I was going to apply lashes, but I have literally got 5 minutes and I need to find a lip colour, bear with. Okay, so I've just applied Celebrity Skin just because this is a very neutral nude. I absolutely love this one. But this is the final look. I feel like I've done it pretty quick considering that I had like 30 minutes to get ready. But this has been my little cut crease tutorial with the Juvia's Place Magic Mini Palette. I absolutely love it. I think the colours are really, really vibrant and I love it. I absolutely love it. If you've enjoyed this video today, please do not hesitate to give a thumbs up, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you can see my videos every Wednesday and Saturday. I'm very aware that this video is probably going up very late. I'm really sorry, but I'm in such a rush, so I'll have to edit this when I get back, so I'm sure that this video is going up so late, so I do apologise. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! Whew, I'm out of breath. Let me run up the stairs. So I'm going to cut the crease with this Flawless Shat.